No, where the cult aspect comes in, Freemasonry practices real toleration. We accept men of all faiths. Freemasonry accepted Jewish members, for example, in the 1700s, long before Jewish men could join many organizations. And that has helped this conspiracy theory nonsense. If you read it in the papers, it's the Jews and Freemasons are in cahoots to take over the world. Then you throw in whatever other organization you don't like, the Federal Reserve System or the Bilderbergers or you name it, and throw it in there, and it's this horrid conspiracy that Freemasons are involved in to take over the world. It's just simply coming from people who need an enemy, and Freemasons have had a history of not responding to a lot of these attacks, and in today's world you just can't do that, so we respond now. They would be terribly disappointed and wouldn't even think about staying in the organization, because that's not what it's about, that's not what it gives, and a person looking for that is better not coming into the fraternity. We do have famous Masons. You can go into the arts, you can go into the theater, you can go into religious leaders, you can go into political leaders, you can go into some of the great names in the auto industry or in any industry that you can think of. There are many labor leaders. Samuel Gompers is a classic example of a labor leader who was a Freemason. I can go through a long list of famous names with you, but of the millions of men who've been Masons, most haven't been famous. And that's a source of great pride to us too. We're very proud of the Masons that have made names for themselves, but we're also very proud of the everyday Mason that's out making his community a better place to live in. I wish I could say to you that we're, but it isn't. It's a symbol. The pyramid is used occasionally in Freemasonry as the all-seeing eye. But the committees, there were 3 committees that designed the dollar bill and the Great Seal, which is what we're really talking about here. Only one of them, Benjamin Franklin, was a Freemason, and he was on the first committee, and they didn't design the Great Seal. So that you've got a symbol of strength and stability in the pyramid, and the all-seeing eye, which is the protective eye of God watching us as a nation. The symbol itself has nothing to do with Freemasonry. No, there are no hidden symbols. There may be symbols that aren't recognized by the general public. Every Masonic building has a square and compass on it, which is the best known symbol of Freemasonry in the world. If you don't know what it is, then you wouldn't recognize it as such. But no, there are no hidden signs or symbols. It's a myth that there is something in the rituals of Freemasonry that is threatening. All it is, the ritual are stories, morality plays, if you will, that use, in many cases, the Bible as a background to teach things like ethics and morality and truth. And as you go through the degrees, you absorb what is being said to you and what is being taught to you, and then you begin to think about it, and then you begin to realize that what you just went through was a really transforming experience. If you do the things that have been told to you and taught to you, you will be a better person. I believe the book, The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown, has done an enormous amount of good for Freemasonry because he truly caught the essence of the fraternity. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how a non-Mason could write the book he wrote and come so close to catching the spirit and the essence of what our fraternity is about. He did a remarkable job that way.